guys, welcome back to another Bar Shifts and Bullshit episode. I'm here with the lovely Lily Lavender. This is Jay Bird coming in, and we're going to do something completely different that we haven't done yet. We're going to do an introduction to a brand new podcast called Res Rat Radio, and some of this obviously will appeal to a certain demographic, but anybody from the outside is going to definitely take an interest in what life was like growing up around here. I got Rob here and Tiffany. Definitely veterans of the Rez. Definitely has a strong mindset of what it's like to live around here. Got some cool stories. But today we're going to be talking about what it's like to date a Res Rat.
We're going to call them Res Rats?
Or are we the Res Rats?
Are we the Res Rats? I don't know. I've had several conversations with Rob, and apparently I stress him out on a regular basis. But we're going to kind of jump right into it. And different tactics. I say tactics, that's kind of shrewd. But different things that we do, like as far as like pickup game and things that I think only we would do, like on the reservation, especially if we're even dating somebody that's not, Native American.
I don't know. I feel like some of it goes with minorities.
Minorities?
Yeah, minorities in general.
You
Because
think it's just a minority
I've had
thing?
some toxic shit with some black males too in college, so it's minorities, man. We're all fucked up.
I've came to realize that it's poor people.
Damn it! We are poor.
Poor people have a culture of like.
It's a culture.
Yeah.
Poor
It's a culture
culture.
of doing like fucked up shit.
Honestly, and I think we do it for entertainment, because like you can't, like if you're rich.
There's no other entertainment.
Yeah, right.
Rich have a different type of entertainment though.
Me
I'm
and
sure
Lily,
they do.
me and Lily have discussed this at Lit, that like damn, this is the season where everybody starts breaking up and finding
Yes.
or damn, like all these.
Cupcake season. The wintertime is cupcake.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
it.
So everybody's just dropping all their skinny men for some fat men to stay warm during the winter.
Absolutely.
Summer coming around.
Absolutely.
The poor people thing is like,
Poor people.
think of it like Swain County. A lot of people aren't rich, right? And Swain County High School is notorious for what? The highest like teen pregnancy rate.
Yeah.
Because what else are you gonna do?
What else?
Right.
Play sports and get your freak on.
That's it. That's it.
That's why we
Plays
have,
sports.
that's
Not
why,
Yeah, and not going to college.
that's why this area has the highest rating for state championships, along with a high pregnancy rate.
That's right.
Yeah. Oh, and it's just like any other sport. Like obviously the captain of the team.
We had
2 and 1 right there.
16 and pregnant. We had like 13 and pregnant.
Absolutely. And then she got pregnant at 16 too.
Well, the thing was, it was really good because they could ride the same bus to school with their kid, and they didn't need childcare.
That's so
You know,
bad.
I'll just,
So true.
real quick, I should elaborate and let everybody know this is an explicit radio channel. So, so if you get offended easily, this is not for you.
No,
It's just real
should
quick.
by
You should
any
have logged
means.
out a long time ago.
I should have, my bad. But here we go. We'll put this in the details well ahead before we put
We're
this on.
going to talk about pickup skills first of all. They don't even count because they don't have to have pickup skills.
No, we don't.
As
No. Why would we?
No, that's
They just get picked up.
When you
Yeah.
swing both
Easy.
ways, it just happens.
Honestly, it happens both ways. It don't matter.
You don't even expect
You know
it
how
to
many people think
happen.
I'm gay?
Yeah.
Everybody thinks I'm gay.
I'm well
Well,
aware.
you just
stole
had some
every
chick sucking on your neck.
Yeah, absolutely. Why wouldn't I? Res
Res
rat.
rat.
Res rat on a res rat.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Oh man, Tiff, first time I even met Tiff, it was St. Patty's Day, and we were going to random places, and she like cock blocked me every time. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not saying I'm got game. I'm just saying that like I didn't have a shot. Like, every
Not
time I
at
talk
all.
to somebody,
Not
she'd
at all.
be like, "What's up with tattoos over there?" And
Right.
I'm just like, really? I was like,
If you're not going to talk to her, I will.
hey, that
That's
one
true.
situation was not my fault.
Hey, there was 2 men there, and I still overpowered.
I was already
Yeah.
talking to 3 other ones, and the other one, that was the situation.
And then even after the fact, all she talked about was Tiff.
Yeah. Why not? Why not?
Whatever.
What saved me with pickup game is like social media. Just having like Facebook. I usually just say like, hey,
That does it for you?
most of the time.
Yeah.
Oh my
That's
People
god.
ask me, they're like, what do you say? I'm like, I don't know, like, hey.
He's
They're
like, hey,
"Where?"
but then shows pictures of like.
Nah.
So-
Or I just like,
No, they know his name too well. They don't need a picture.
or I'll just see somebody and I'll stare at them and see whether they're like, does he not like me or does he like me? I can't tell. And then I'll go off of that
It's
See,
a
that's what
love-hate. It's a love-hate relationship.
Yeah.
That's
All
what we're different.
relationships.
I have no fear of rejection.
See, I can't
Like-
handle it.
That's why you stress him out all the
Oh, what
time.
That's why I'm stressing
Yeah.
out. That ain't why
Yeah.
I'm stressing out.
Why do I stress you out?
Stressing me
No,
out.
everybody on the res really has that fear.
Fear of
But
rejection.
you don't? That's weird.
No, he
I'm
doesn't.
used to
Well,
it.
it's probably because you worked in the dang bar industry so long, so you're talking to people all the time.
Yeah.
Hey, honestly, but you know my brother, and you know my family.
Yeah.
They're not. Have you met?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they don't care.
They
They
do
don't
not have a fear
care.
of rejection, and I'll tell you why.
You know why? Because y'all really don't be getting rejected. I ain't gonna lie.
No.
Because they
That's
talk
not
a
it.
lot.
That's not it. We get rejected a lot.
Really?
I'll tell you
Yeah,
what.
they
this,
talk a lot.
This shit started way early for me. I remember having a crush on, and I was like a kid. I had a crush on this girl, and we were at a birthday party. And I've never been humiliated so much in my life, but my dad was there. He was like, "I know you like this girl. Go talk to her." I was like, "I'll go talk to her in a minute."
Man.
He was like, "No." He's like, "Go talk to her now." And then before I knew it, him and all of his buddies, grown ass men, are like catcalling this little girl for me. And I was
they
like,
say
"Bud,"
you
I was
are.
like, "All right, nothing's gonna be worse than this. I'll always have no problem talking to a woman. Like this is this, and like I was stressed into being okay with the rejection."
You had to.
My parents
Yeah,
weren't
choice.
never like trying to like get me to talk to people. They were like trying to do the opposite.
Oh, my parents did, and you know what? I'm more outspoken than them.
Yeah.
They pushed me so hard. My dad would be like, "Hey, go talk to them. Go say hey. Go hit them." And I'd be like, "No, I don't know who that is." They're like, "It's your cousin. It's your uncle. Go." And I'm like, what?"
And now we go out on dates and be like, we're cousins, don't tell nobody.
Damn it! Damn it! What the fuck? He would just do it as a social thing. Come on, not like fucking intimate partnership.
I was telling him a story about this. About this hookup that I had for like on and off for like a couple of years. And then I'm telling this other chick that I had dated that I was like, yeah, I used to see so and so, and she was like, oh, I used to hang out there when we were kids. And I was like, wait, hold up, like who? And she was like, that's so and so's older sister. And I was like, wait, hold up. And I knew the other chick was my cousin. You know?
Oh
I
man.
was like, wait, hold up. I was like, that's her sister? And she's like, no, that's her actual, like, sister. I grew up with them, like, in the same house.
Oh
and
my
so then I
god.
like, figured out this girl I had been, like, hooking up with for years was, like, my cousin.
Damn, Joe Dirt.
And I never, like,
Joe Dirt.
I never said it to her or anything. I just, like,
Damn.
Let her play it out. So she didn't know y'all was
she never,
cousins.
yeah, she never knew. Or maybe she did.
Well, it's funny.
She
But
might have.
She might have known. She might have known, for real.
What in the Pornhub is this?
When we stopped talking, she said, we can't talk anymore, but we can still be cousins.
Oh,
what was the
damn,
expression?
man.
What was the expression
It's
you thought?
easier to go across the hall than the holler.
Wow. Oh, I'm never gonna forget
Holler at
that.
your cousin, I guess. Damn it.
Oh man. So yeah, all of my dates have to go through a background check as well as like an application process. Find out that we're not related.
Yeah, same.
Like,
I don't date anybody from here, and I don't
Well-
even got a lot of cousins.
well,
that I know of.
my second ex-wife was from Philly. That's how paranoid I was.
Yeah,
Like,
you gotta be.
I had to extend as far out as 3 states away, which that was my mistake too. I guess we're all crazy. I got a type. We just
Yeah, we
Well,
have
this is
discussed
established.
this. You definitely have a type.
Me too.
So you can handle the crazy ones. And
Yeah.
honestly, I don't think they get any crazier than your two ex-wives.
Well, and I think we were talking about this earlier
Top
because like,
notch.
all these randoms were hitting me up here lately, and you're like, you know why? It's because they know what your ex-wives are like, and they're like, oh,
They
he
know
can
that you
handle
can handle
He can
it.
handle my crazy. Like it's not. I don't know.
Yeah. And I mean, hell, you went out on a date last night and she explained all her crazy.
There you go. Lay it out. You might as well lay it out.
Don't do it.
I don't know this. I need to know.
When he was telling me about, like I was talking to so and so, she like was dating this guy, and I used to like hear them fighting that night. Like,
Fighting.
they were
Yeah.
actually like fighting, and then so when he meets her, she was like, yeah, I don't know if that hurt us. Like we were like over there fighting all the time. And he's like, nah, I didn't hear that. I didn't see the cops over there all the time.
So I went out on a date with that girl.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn.
And she's the one getting arrested most of the time.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
And that's the one he was like, yep, that's the one.
That's that's the one.
Absolutely.
It's not
I
too-
like her. I like her a lot.
Really?
Uh-huh.
She's rezzed out too.
Yeah.
Well, you gotta be.
It's not true love if what?
There's no PPD.
Damn, man. Y'all can't say that in front of me now.
Hey, nobody knows you on this podcast.
They don't know me.
Oh,
But it's like that sometimes. You gotta see if they're like.
At least don't involve the paperwork and
Well,
stuff. That's
I-
all I
I
have to
know,
say.
but
Don't
how
involve
else
the
are you
cops.
supposed to know if they're gonna be a ride or die if they don't go through shit
Oh my
with
God.
you?
So,
This is the red shit. This is why I don't date nobody from here.
See, but
I
I'm
don't wanna do a
opposite.
50-50.
I'm not res. I'm ghetto.
Right.
problems. That's
yes.
So, my second son's mom, we had a little situation. We weren't together. It was kind of like a hookup type of thing. And we ended up getting into like not even a fight. It was like an argument where I ended up with her phone, and I just get out of the car, whatever, she drives away. So I'm at the gym, and 2 days later, and I get like this cop comes in. He's like, "Can I talk to you?" And I was like, "Yeah," after I finish the set. So I finished the set, and this other chick that I was talking to was also there. So, so she's like, "Are you good?" And I'm like, "I don't know." So the cop's like, "So you're under arrest." And I was like, "For what?" And he's like, "For larceny. Like you stole this phone from so and so." And he says the name. I don't even know who that is. And he was like, "Well, it's this girl you're talking to's mom." And I was like, "Ah, dang." So with that came like a 50B. So fast forward all these months later, my son's about to be born. And finally, they dropped the charges. They're sick of going to court, right? So they dropped the charges. And when I finally messaged her, her mom calls me immediately drunk, like super mad, all just razzed out. And her mom's like, "Where have you been all these months?" And I was like, "You had a 50B on me." She was like, "So what?" And I was like, "That literally means I can't talk to like either one of you."
Did she say she didn't blow you up?
No,
She didn't like keep texting.
But the
and-
funny part was like every time we'd go to court, I would be driving beside them. On the way.
Hell yeah.
And I would
Waving,
literally
just
walk into
cheesing.
the courtroom behind them, and it was just like,
You look like you came together.
yeah, it's like literally, yeah, we looked like we came together.
Yeah. You walk in 2 seconds after, like
Yeah.
and then you sit close to each other where you could see each
she
other.
didn't even sit in the courtroom. She sat in the DA's office. So it made me look even worse.
Oh
Talking all that
damn!
shit. She's
Dropped
like-
her off, and
talking all that shit, you'd be like pussy.
Yeah.
Like, a real man would have violated that 50B.
Yeah, that's basically what she
Right.
said. She's like,
Right.
"Real man, if you cared, you would have violated."
give me
I wasn't
arrested.
razzed out at that time either.
But
Yeah.
it's honestly like where you are in the relationship. Like
Well,
if you guys don't know, then you're not gonna do it.
We
But
were
if you
just
know,
saying-
you're gonna break it for sure.
Yeah, we were just kind of like not really like we were cool with each other before that. Like it was kind of just hooking up, so it wasn't like we weren't trying to date or nothing. Like that.
So if you would have been dating for sure,
Maybe,
broke easy as hell
Probably.
on her part, probably more
Yeah.
than yours.
So I've heard some random stories even here recently, and I feel like there's I don't want to get too far into race, but I feel like there's like a cultural bias to the things that we do that are petty to our exes or like our girlfriends or whatever the situation
Like
is.
example.
I'll give you an example.
Right.
Like I was leading up to that, so I know a couple dudes that are white. Okay, and like if they're like crazy and white, like their go-to is like to go burn all their shit. Like if they live together or whatever, and they're trying to kick
Native
them out.
girls do that.
No.
No.
This is a white dude.
Yeah.
Okay, so white on white.
Yeah, white on white.
Oh,
Why don't like?
Yeah.
because I dated a white boy and I didn't burn his clothes.
Yeah, hold on, like, because
Okay.
I'll get into some petty shit that I've done, and here's the difference, right? Is that
I'm trying to
like it gets to the point where like they'll burn their shit or whatever, or kick them out and like throw all their shit in the front yard. Or whatever. I feel like that's a white thing.
Yeah.
I remember me and she was my girlfriend at the time, but is my ex-wife now, my second ex-wife.
Let's clarify what the fuck that was.
Anyway, we pulled up in the Walmart parking lot, and I'm not like petty, like long term. I'm all about the short term game.
Right.
And she was like yelling at me, and I was like, you know what, get out. I was like, you can walk from here. And she's
Yeah.
like, okay. So she opens the car door, and I start speeding up.
Of course.
So for about 30 minutes, we're just driving around this fucking circles
Damn it.
around the Walmart parking lot. And she's fucking, every time she'd open the door, I'd just fucking haul ass, so she couldn't get out. So like the door would slam shut.
Yep.
Yeah, she just fucking, and then finally, after about 30 minutes of doing that shit, she finally just started cracking up. She's like, "Can we go home now?" I was like, "Yeah."
Can we be
Okay.
done? Yeah. See,
So,
no.
like that's.
I mean, that's
No, with
that's
one of
pretty
my-
harmless.
with
yeah,
one
I
of
think
my
that's
exes.
harmless, and I got my point across.
No, it was one of my exes. So in college, and he was black. He had knee surgery, and I was like, okay, I'm breaking up with you still. It doesn't matter. You can sleep on the couch, whatever. Fold his clothes up real nice. Put him in his car. Like, you're not living here no more after this. Heal up real quick. Hurry up. Come on now. And he was like football player, like top-notch football player.
Torn ACL,
Like-
career's over.
Yes, that's pretty much. People still hype him up to this day
Oh,
that this
really?
college is named after him. They hype him up, and I pack all his shit up, put it in, like, but still gets down to petty shit
What did he
because
do, though?
he wants to argue. So I kick him in his knee. Duh. He had just had knee surgery, bitch. I got you.
So y'all women are mean.
The fuck? Like, that's an easy win. Come on now, get off my couch.
Yeah.
I'll pack it up. See, I didn't throw his shit out. I could have. I
Well,
should
that's
have.
when you know somebody's really done, because I've done that. It's when they
Yeah.
pack your stuff up
Yeah.
nice and neat,
Yeah.
and they
Yeah.
that's when you know. But like, if somebody throws your shit on the lawn, probably you're gonna be back with them.
Absolutely, that's
Probably
a
they'll
key
tell you
sign.
something.
That's a key sign.
But I was thinking of something real petty that I did, but it wasn't something that was my fault. It was like they something they did. So I had this situation going on with this chick, and I ended up inviting her over, and I get drunk, and I just pass out. So the next day I wake up, and we're laying in bed, and I see she has a huge hickey on her shoulder, but it was like healing up from like a couple days before. And the whole time she's telling me, "You're the only guy I've been talking to, like nobody else, blah blah blah," which I knew she was lying.
You didn't notice
And
this-
I was talking to other people too, so it wasn't on big.
But you didn't notice the hickey before this.
No, because I was drunk, and she had like a hoodie on or whatever.
Oh,
So I'm
man.
like, "Hey, check you out, your big hickey," like we're making a joke about it, and she gets all mad, like, because she's caught, and I've been that person before. I've been caught, so I know. So she gets up like, "Oh, I have a hickey," and she runs to the bathroom and looks at it. And she comes back. She was like, "Well, I do have a hickey." And I don't know where it came from. Like, I swear it was like her birthday weekend.
Oh my god.
But, like right before she came over. And so I was like, "It's all good. We all been caught before. Ain't no big deal." And so she's like even more mad. And I'm like, "But like, you gotta go. I gotta take you home." And she was like real crazy. So she had like, no minutes on her phone. Like never, and like never had minutes. Like didn't have a car or anything. So I'm like, "You gotta like get your stuff. Let's go." So we ended up kind of like getting into like a little wrestling match. And so I'm like
Believe it.
grabbing her. And she's holding on to the door jamb. And like she's like, "I'm not leaving." And I'm like, this. And like she's like, "You broke one of my nails off." And the funny thing is like way later on, like when I'm moving out, I'm like sweeping and I see that nail like, it's like under my bed. But anyway, so we're arguing, we're fighting. I'm like, "We all been caught before. It ain't no big deal. Like just admit it." She just wouldn't admit it. So I'm like, "All right, well I have stuff to do today. I'm gonna leave." And like my thought is like she's gonna leave when I leave because I'm gonna be gone for like an hour, 2 hours. So I leave. And I come back, and when I walk in, she's still sitting in the same spot. Like,
Fuck yeah.
Oh
Fuck
my
yeah.
god.
And so I'm like, "God, think quick." So I'm like, I was like, "I know you would never lie to me. You would never hurt me. Like, I know you would never talk to me."
Oh,
And
man.
She's like, "Yeah, I would never do that, baby, blah, blah." And so I'm like, "All right, but let me take you home real quick." I was like, because like, I don't have any food here or anything, so like, let me take you home, and I'll come back and get you later. So I'll take her and get her food. We're eating, laughing, having a good time, listening to music. I take her like to our apartment. I'm dropping her off and give her a hug. "All right, I'll see you later." As soon as I back up and pull away, I'm like, "I don't believe nothing you say, bitch." She's like, "Fuck you, motherfucker."
That right there is wild.
Yeah.
You knew to play victim like it was nothing.
I was
Like,
like,
oh
"I knew
yeah.
you would never do that to me." Like, she's like, "No, I never would." And then I dropped her off. That
I got-
wasn't the last time I dealt with her, though.
Yeah,
But that
I
was
got
like-
caught up too, but I still dealt with him after.
Yeah.
That
He didn't
reminds
wanna
me of
let
a
me
story
go.
that my pops told me when I was a kid, and he was talking about me dating or whatever. And he was like, and he was giving me a tutorial on STD. This is my childhood.
Yeah.
He was giving me like tutorials on like STDs and stuff,
Oh my
right?
God.
And he was like, "Man, if you ever get
At
cracked,
least you
just
got
shake-"
that.
He was like,
You got a little white in you because there's.
Yeah, they didn't.
We didn't talk about it. We didn't talk about it.
No, mine, you'd have to meet my family. But, or if you had, like,
No,
Well,
appreciate
females don't get the opportunity.
That's
we don't
not
get. We don't get
fair.
to talk. Boys do.
That's
We just
not
get birth
fair.
control.
I didn't get it all.
Damn.
No, I didn't get any of that.
I got birth control and
No,
called a
I
fool,
had.
but that was it.
So I growing up Asian, and everybody's a nurse. My aunt told me the best way to keep your weight down and to lose weight is to have a lot of sex.
Y'all grew up different.
birth control. We talked about having a lot of sex.
No, we didn't even get to talk about
Just
sex
so
at
we
all,
stayed
ever.
small and skinny.
Right.
My life wasn't like
We don't
that.
talk about sex. Damn.
Hello, that's why I have 5 kids.
My pops
have
is telling
none.
me.
I don't have any.
My pops is telling me this story about when he caught crabs one time.
Ooh.
And he was like, "Yeah, if you ever get crabs, just shave everything off. You got like it's a full chore. You got to do all this shit."
Oh my god.
Yeah. And that's how he
Honestly,
said
that
it
is
too.
true.
He's like, son, if it starts burning down there, he's like, don't be stupid, go straight to the hospital.
Oh my
Right.
god.
He's like, no shit. He was like,
That is.
Yeah.
No one told me that shit.
Shit.
but
No one told me that shit.
he was telling me about how he got crabs. I was like, what happened? He was like, well, I was dating 2 girls at the same time. He's like, I know. And he's like, I know I got it from the third person. He's like, I know where I got it from. He's like, but he was like, I didn't want to get caught. He was like, so I slept with both of them. And he said, I gave both of them crabs. And we were laughing about it. And he was like, yeah. He's like, one of them, like, he said, we argued for 3 days, both of them. I was like, I didn't get it from you. I was like, you got it from me. You gave me crabs, all this stuff. Like, so he gave him crabs and blamed it on me.
Oh, damn.
So,
Wow.
I was like, so what happened? He was like, well, he's like, one of them was like, damn. I was like, I guess it was me that gave it to you. And like, was cheating on him. And he was like, fucking bitch. And then dropped her. Well, the other one, like, dropped him because, like, she knew that she
Yeah, that
like,
was
she
wow.
right.
So he had one loyal one not so loyal, and then one that gave it to him to begin with. So, like, it's just this big chain.
That's
Going back to what
crazy.
you said, that I got caught one time messaging. They were coming. They were coming to the college. They were coming to hang out, and I was like, okay.
You were messaging something.
Yes.
Oh, shit.
And I got in the shower. He went through my phone. Of course. Oh, man. I got caught. Man, I got drugged out. My shirt was over my head. No bra. Football players everywhere in the room. In the living room. Watch me just get drugged out. Watch me. Nobody fucking stopped nothing.
Yeah.
Hey,
I'm like,
Damn.
oh, come on. Somebody help me.
Uh-uh.
I'm still the victim, damn it.
What you do?
Yeah, they're just like, And then one of the football players finally come up to the door. He's closing it on me. He's like, you gotta go. I'm like, you can't stay here. You gotta go. I'm
Oh
like,
my god.
I guess I do have my own apartment. I did.
that's
Damn,
usually
that
what I
fucking
go to.
sucks.
Like,
But I was like, no, I wasn't gonna do nothing. I wasn't.
well, tell them that
You
story
get caught, man.
about, like, what'd you do? Like, well,
The chick?
yeah, the chick.
So, this chick is telling me we're like hanging out, and we weren't hooking up either because she found the door. So we weren't gonna hook up, but we were hanging out. She was drinking wine, and I think I might have had some liquor drinks. And so she starts telling me like, yeah, my man like beat my ass, and I was like, I knew who she was. So I was like, what did you do? And she was like, well, he went through the trash can and found like condoms.
Oh my
I
god.
found that on my man too.
And then found Plain B's in the other trash can.
Oh,
and I was
shit.
Like, yeah, that'll do it.
You got caught, bitch. You got caught.
Yeah, but I think that her game plan was like to find somebody that would like beat him up. And
Yeah,
Rob's
I
over
think
here
maybe
like,
that's
well,
what
It's like, no,
like,
that won't be me.
did you learn your lesson?
Get smarter. Well, because I can tell you, I can't tell anybody what to do, but I can tell you exactly what not to do.
Right.
Because I've been
Period.
caught sober.
Right. Anybody wants to say something to me, I'm like, okay, well, I don't got advice, but I got something else for you.
Yeah, I can tell you what definitely don't do.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
So,
That was a pretty good story. Well, talking about like dating on the res, we're talking
God,
about
see, my shit on the res is so hard.
well, like we're saying how you never ask anybody to like be your boyfriend. You just kind of be messing around until it gets to the point where you're both going to be mad if somebody else is sleeping with somebody.
Right. Right.
So I'm working this job.
why? Like,
And then that's when you go to a relationship, and you still don't ask.
Yeah, so
Right.
I'm going to work at this plant in Bryson City, but this chick is native and she works there. And I was kind of spitting game at her, and she was like, "When are you gonna take me on a date?" And I was like, "I don't take girls on dates." Well, at the same time, I was talking to this other chick, and we go to Asheville. We go to Texas Roadhouse, and we're sitting in Texas Roadhouse, and there comes the girl walking by that was like, "When are you gonna take me on a date?" She comes walking by.
Damn it.
And she walks by like 2 or 3 times, just me mugging us. and they knew each other. They went to school with each other.
Oh my god.
Did they know what was going on? Well, the
No,
one sitting on the date
the
with
one
you didn't
sitting
know.
there didn't know anything, but the other one did, and then she was just super pissed about it. She was like, "What the fuck? I thought you didn't take girls on dates when we got back to work." And I was like, "It wasn't a date.
It was just lunch.
I fucking seen y'all." So then the girl was like bringing me lunch to work, and she was like, "Why the fuck you got this girl bringing you fucking lunch?" And I was like, "We're not together. She's bringing me lunch." And she was like, "If you need fucking lunch, you can take my fucking car and go get it. Don't have this bitch at our job again." I was like, together. Like, what?
I don't see the
Wow.
problem.
But yeah, it was twisted like that.
Yeah.
For sure.
Well,
That's res style.
Yeah.
I don't even know my res stories because it's so long.
There's like so if I'm like flirting and Lily's witnessed it. I've told Rob a couple
Oh
times.
gosh.
But like I bartend and there was a point in time I was bartending like in a casino like on the main floor.
Yeah.
So a lot of different locations, a lot of different people, a lot of servers, obviously a lot of servers. Right?
Here's
Absolutely.
the real. Here's the real. To see if he's real res or not. Have you ever joked with a girl hitting on her by joking about getting her pregnant and not really knowing her that well?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Damn.
I was just about
That
to
is a
say,
thing.
didn't
It's
that
like-
just
like
happen a
such-
couple months ago?
That's such a thing. Yes.
I'm gonna get you pregnant.
Yes. That's like a
I
pickup
don't-
line. Like, okay, I guess get me pregnant.
I don't say it like that though.
No, you
I'll
don't
come
have
up to you
to.
like, and I'll be
You
like,
don't.
damn, we'll make beautiful babies.
That right there. So I got both.
I
Yep.
have 3 good-looking sons, so I always say like, I make cute kids. That's all I can say. I was like, they all look good, and they ain't their moms. I was like,
Maybe a little bit of the mother.
So
It's like I'm 2 for 2,
yep,
but
that's what I say.
the shit that I am bad for is like I would flirt, especially because it was like a rotating cuff of of women that would come through there,
Okay.
and I would flirt and I'd lay on some lame ass pickup lines just to play around. Like, and I'll tell people all the time, I was like, I'll throw shit at the wall and see what sticks. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, then like, you know what? I'll try again. We'll try something
I hope
else.
it's at least not a dad joke.
Anyway, so I was like really macking on this chick, right? And I was like laying it on thick. Well, her sister works there too, so they were doing a rotation, and then they came back. Well, I had this dude with me, and he's funny, but he's a little snitch. So the first thing he says as soon as like I say something to this other chick, and he's like, "Damn!" He's like, "You said that exact same line to the other chick just 5 minutes ago."
Oh.
And she'd be like, did you really say that to somebody else? I was like, yeah, but I was just practicing. Like,
That is slick. That was smooth.
Well, I think
Damn.
we were talking about this same chick, and she was working
Yes.
in the bar, and she
Yes.
came in, and I was gaming her supervisor, and so she says, she comes in, she's like real, like getting confident. She's been working there, probably tons of dudes are hitting on her. So she was like, yeah, I gave him my sexy eye, and I was like, is that your? I thought you had like a lazy eye. Her face literally just like, I'm just kidding.
What the
I was like,
oh, man.
man, you can cocky around me.
Damn, I remember that story.
Same chick too.
Oh,
bro.
my
They
God.
say,
So
well,
I'm gonna go there.
Yeah.
That's why I don't look at nobody. I just look at straight forward. I ain't looking at no with no
he
sexy
says I've
eye.
got a bad habit of like hyping people up to an all new level and then just be like, nah, I don't want a relationship.
That's the thing.
Well, that was her.
He's like, well, if I'm honest about it, it's gonna be okay for long.
Yes.
Absolutely.
It's
I'll
gonna
tell
bite
him-
you in
I'll
the
tell him,
ass.
if I'm interested in a relationship, we'll have that conversation. Somebody's gonna bring it up. It's probably not gonna be me.
It's not gonna be. It sounds like it's not gonna be you.
No, it's not. But if somebody wants a relationship and is like thinking seriously about it, somebody needs to bring it to my attention. I've said that to everybody that I've.
So you
like,
say
hung
it
out
up
with.
front.
Yeah, I say it up front.
I don't
That's
think it
okay.
makes it any better person.
It don't.
Right.
It honestly
I'll
don't.
say
But
I told
okay.
But at least you know ahead of time.
At least a female knows. Like, okay, obviously I need to bring it up because he's not going to.
I said this jokingly
Word.
to my last baby mama when we first started hanging out. I said, I'm gonna make
My
you
last
fall.
one.
I said, I'm gonna make you fall in love. I'm gonna get you pregnant. And I'm gonna leave you.
Oh
I
man.
literally made her fall in love. I got her pregnant, and we ended up like breaking up several times.
Several times.
And it was like really bad because I accidentally had like 3 girlfriends at once.
Accident.
But it all worked out in the end. It all worked out.
The way you planned, the way you said, you told her that.
Yeah, you already had it
didn't
planned
lie.
out.
Basically, it worked out.
You didn't like it worked out.
But it wasn't my intention. It was just something that happened. Let's just say that. That's
So
what
I'm
people-
starting to understand
It
that
don't
the
sound
only
like
reason
it.
why it's
It
like
does
this
not
on the
sound like
res
it,
is
like-
because they plan it this way.
It's 'cause
Right,
we-
right. But they're not gonna say they planned it that way.
No.
We've already
Yeah.
established that we only do this because we're broke.
Yes,
Like,
broke
Yeah.
and
Because we're all
bored
poor.
and
Broke
have
and
nowhere
bored.
else to go.
That's it.
I think because everybody thinks about like dating and stuff like that, but people that are not from around here, like a lot of our options are limited, right? Just people that don't have money in general.
Yeah.
Because think about like we're enrolled members, right? So our kids are like, we're fortunate enough. Like I'm never gonna have to pay for my son to go to school, probably.
I
If we
know.
keep making money, right? But outside of like that, think about if you had to save money to put both of your kids.
But I mean, it's
Okay,
the
so
same if
whenever
you go in the
you're just-
military.
whenever
You never have to pay for your
Well,
kids'
yeah,
school.
When the
that's
blood-
what the rest
no,
of the world
listen.
has to do.
Yeah, but when the blood comes out, you don't have to worry about it until it's about out.
Yeah, that's
Like
what
my
I'm saying.
grandkids are gonna be fine.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But imagine if PERCAP goes away or whatever. Then these kids got.
I've been waiting for somebody to blow that casino up.
So that's what I'm saying.
We would be
So
fucked.
people that are like, let's say middle class, upper middle class, aren't just thinking about the things that we're thinking about. They're thinking about like going to college and getting a career. And yeah, they're thinking about dating and sleeping with chicks or sleeping with dudes or whatever. But that's not their goal. Like your real goal here is like, sleep with some chicks, try to live your life. But really, you're not thinking past that because
No.
you're just surviving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's a survival mindset.
Yeah.
So you're just surviving. And
I think we've had that mindset for decades, like for decades.
This is deep.
You know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've never.
And it's really
yeah.
like a trap that we've been like stuck into. Just poor people in general. Like you could do it with black people, you could do it with Hispanics,
Yeah.
you can do it with Native American. If you go to this res, it's gonna be people like this. You can go to New York, you can go to like Oklahoma, you can go to Navajo country. All the people are gonna be the same. There's probably people sitting here telling the same story.
The government did
Yeah.
their job. They are.
So they do
They,
their job really good at
Yep.
keeping us.
yeah, a lot of repression. We don't need them no more. We're gonna
Yeah.
fucking do it to each other.
That being said, if anybody else is from a different reservation and has some insights on some
Oh,
different
I got
mindsets,
friends. I'll call them.
we would love to hear some feedback. If there's some different topics on res life, or if anybody would like to like push it out a little bit further, feel free to email us at what's our email?
barshiftsandbs@gmail.com.
Period.
Yeah. So give us a shout out. We're hoping this will reach everywhere, not just any reservation, but at least so we can see where this goes. But guys, thank y'all so much, and hope y'all tune in. Love y'all. Until next time.